There are plenty of good film options to see in both streaming and movie theaters this week, and producer Charlie is joining me now with all the latest and what you need to know at the box office. So, where do we start?
Okay, I can't say that the two new films that came to the box office are amazing, though.
Oh, hot take from the jump. Okay.
So let's start with our new Disney live action, Snow White.
Yes.
We all know the story of Snow White. I feel like I don't need to recap that.
Wait, before you hop into this, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
In the last, we'll say, 10 years or less.
Oh, no,
10
don't
years
ask me
might be
how
too
many.
long. No, I was going to
Okay.
say that. I was going to say, what's your take on these like live action remake of the princess and Disney movies that we all knew and loved as kids?
I think they should stop.
Okay.
So here's my thing. Maleficent was kind of almost the first kind of like live action, you know? I think that was great because
Yeah.
it was a different, unique spin.
Yeah.
I think if they want to go a more unique route like that, it'd be great. I mean, even the Cinderella one, which was also one of the first ones, was really good. But then they kind of just also fizzled out.
Yeah.
I really think it's just for them to continue renewing their rights to their media, you know?
Yeah.
I liked The Jungle Book, Pete's Dragon. You know, the first ones, they were good, but anymore, they just kind of fizzle off.
The Beauty and the Beast one was really good.
I liked Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Lilo and Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch, and
Me too.
I'm hesitant. I will watch it.
Yeah.
I'll reserve judgment until.
Yeah.
But my hopes aren't high.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, I digress. I'm just curious. Go ahead.
Okay, but moving on for Snow White. This stars Rachel Zegler as Snow White, and
Yeah.
then for the Evil Queen we have Gal Gadot, and then in place of the Prince we have Jonathan, played by Andrew Burnett.
Oh, okay.
So it's development I didn't realize began back in 2016. So it's been nearly a decade that
Oh
it's
my
been
gosh,
in
that's
development.
a long
Finally
time.
got created, you know.
Yeah.
I will say that I think Rachel Zegler is the reason that the movies has any good parts to it, honestly.
Okay.
Gal Gadot, I feel like, should not have been cast as the Evil Queen. I've said this to you before. She does not have a musical background for the Queen to be singing, and she's just not the best actor in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know she has a lot of like political views that some people don't agree with, you know, but put that part aside.
Yeah.
She's not the best actor in anything she really appears in anyways.
Well, it's weird because when you think of a film like this, right, you have a lead like Rachel Zegler who is a star and has really
Oh, yeah.
shined and really come out these last few years. Especially, I mean, she's known for her theater background,
Oh, yeah.
Broadway, you know, stardom. So it's like, why would you not cast someone of the same caliber in such a pivotal role like the Queen?
Exactly.
That's the thing that throws me, I think.
Right. Well, and this wouldn't, I know they wouldn't cast, but like Kristen Chenoweth, she played Maleficent in the Descendants movies on
Yeah.
Disney Channel, and she did great with it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Put somebody of equal caliber, like you said, with
Yeah.
that vocal range into the film. Or not even that vocal, you know, but
Yeah.
something similar.
That just could match that stardom that Rachel
Right.
Zegler has in the right
Now-
way. Yeah.
Rachel was in West Side Story.
Yes.
And she actually got the role of Snow White because of Steven Spielberg's recommendation.
Aw.
He gave her a glowing recommendation, is what the director
Well, I guess
said.
it probably pays off to be on his good side.
Exactly. The performance, like I said, performance makes the movie.
Yeah.
Overall,
So.
it feels long, honestly, because they added so much unnecessary story, in my opinion. I feel like there's some things you don't need, and also the CGI for the dwarves I do not like.
Oh.
You had 7 opportunities to cast 7 little people into their roles because they don't get too many opportunities, I feel like, in the film industry.
Yeah.
And you pass that up for CGI.
CGI's taking over Hollywood with all this controversy.
It is. And my take, Disney, cool it on the live action.
Yeah.
You don't need to continue to pump out live action multiple times a year.
Yeah.
But so far this has made $87.3 million worldwide, which is pretty good, but its budget is $250 million. So it might get there, it might not.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
A thing too with the studios now is movies don't have a theatrical window as long as they used to.
That's true.
Snow White will probably be streaming next month.
Yeah.
For all we know.
Yeah.
But moving on, we have the Alto Kings.
I haven't even heard of this.
Oh, sorry. I said Kings last time too. The Alto
The
Knights.
Alto Knights.
Yes, I keep saying Kings instead of Knights. This is an R-rated biographical crime drama
Okay.
that follows 2 of New York's most notorious organized crime bosses as they vie for control of the city's streets.
Oh.
Once best friends, petty jealousies, and a series of betrayals set them on a deadly collision course.
Okay.
So this stars Robert De Niro, Deborah Messing, and it was initially titled Wise Guys. And what's crazy is it was in works as of early as the 1970s,
Oh.
which I think is crazy.
So the idea's been around for quite some
Yes.
time. Yeah.
But studios kept passing it up until Warner Brothers finally picked it up and it's
Of
been in
course they
development. Now, my thing is, this one felt long, didn't overly buy into the story, like not buy into it, but
Yeah.
invest in the story too much. Feels like not a lot happened in the almost 2 hours of the film.
Okay.
I actually think it was a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
It felt like it might have been better as like a mini series though, where they could have broken it up into pieces and been shorter.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: De Niro plays the two main characters. I feel like it's weird to have him as. I mean, they do well with the makeup on his character of Vito. He doesn't look like himself. But why not cast somebody different at the
Yeah.
same time? It wasn't,
choice.
you know, if they were like brothers, maybe that would have made more sense.
Sure.
But they weren't biologically related at all. So to me, seemed like a weird choice.
Yeah.
And funny enough, somebody pointed out online that Warner Brothers, there'll be 3 movies that they've released pretty quickly together where their main lead has played 2 roles. Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
This one with De Niro. And then Sinners comes out, I think, next month with Michael B. Jordan playing 2 characters as well.
Weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, my thought is maybe they're trying to save money by
Keep the budget down.
keep the budget down, exactly, by
Yeah.
not paying 2 leads.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, that's kind of weird sometimes,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, and if it hurts your main plot and storyline, why would you? I don't know. Anyway, interesting choice.
Yeah. So one of the characters that he plays, Vito Genovese, he actually died here in Springfield in 1969.
Well, that's your fun fact of the day.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I was
is
like,
kinda
huh.
interesting.
Worldwide, this has only made $5 million though, with a $45 million budget.
So.
You know, it's not bad though. I will say it's just a little long, but it is interesting to know how basically how the gangsters went out of
Story.
yeah.
Interesting.
So moving on, we're gonna go to streaming. This is called The Parenting.
No.
This is an R-rated comedy horror. Now, I know you hate to see the word horror pop
Yeah,
up,
I do.
but it's not really scary. It leans
Okay.
more into the comedy.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Yes. So this follows a couple when they rent a countryside house for a weekend with their parents, but things take a turn when they discover it's inhabited by a 400-year-old poltergeist.
Absolutely not. Nope.
Oh, come on. What's not to love? So this stars Nick Dodani, Brandon Flynn, Brian Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Dean Norris, Eddie Falco, Parker Posey, Vivian Bang. A great cast, in all honesty. Parker Posey's kooky as always.
Yeah.
Love her. Even though she's not the biggest role in it, but
Yeah.
when she pops up, she's kooky. I honestly thought this was going to be cheesy.
Okay.
I hadn't watched the trailer for it or anything. I just had seen a post, and I was like, oh, it sounds kind of fun. But I actually really loved it.
Okay.
It's funny, tons of laughs.
Yeah.
It's a little cheesy, you know, but it's a comedy horror, you
Well,
know.
and with an ensemble like that, I feel like it's
Yeah.
hard not to at least enjoy what
Right.
it was.
I would highly recommend this one. It's it's got some language though, so
Be
maybe
mindful
not
of
for
that
the
with
kids.
children.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But this is currently streaming on Max.
Okay, so check that out. What
Yes.
about this weekend?
So this weekend we have coming to the box office Death of a Unicorn with Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. I'm kind of excited about this one.
I've seen a lot of interesting press about it, like in a good way, but
really?
it's just interesting press.
I
yeah.
feel like it'll go either way. It'll go
Yeah.
really good or be kind of a flop.
Yeah, it'll be
So.
interesting to see.
Then we also have A Working Man with Jason Statham. And then The Woman in the Art, another kind of horror movie you're not going to taste. We have The Penguin Lessons, and then Bill Murray and Naomi Watts have a new movie called The Friend.
Oh, well, that sounds fun.
So
Okay.
then moving on to streaming, this Wednesday we have Mufasa the Lion King,
Oh, I forgot.
one of the other live action of
Yeah.
Disney, coming to Disney Plus. And then Friday we have Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip on Disney Plus. This is apparently a sequel to the 2014 film, but the cast is all different,
That makes no sense.
which I
Okay.
don't like.
Yeah.
And then also we have Queer with Daniel Craig coming to Max on Friday as well.
All right, you guys. Well, he just talked about a lot of amazing films to go check out. So go see something in theaters or on streaming this week. That's it for this Cinema Corner and Unscripted. We'll be right back.